Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Um, this video I've done something a little new. I've added a camera. As you can see, I have a dual angle here so you can see it in two different perspectives. And right now I'm just working on base. I take a 4-inch block of cherry and I'm rounding it off. I glued it to a waste block and I'll put the mortise in it. So I have something to hang on to build the small box that I'm building today. Segmented box. I look at it as the sugar bowl because that's what it looks like to me when it's done. Use 3 different kinds of wood. I've used cherry, madera, and zebra wood. Yes, I picked up some zebra wood and thought I should use it in one of the projects. I just didn't know where it went. I thought I'd use a little bit in this one today. Here I've got the mortise just about done. I've got it flipped around. Here I'm separating the waste block from the cherry. Now we'll start to shape the base of the box here. It's going to be a pedestal box. Just smoothing it off. Check it for flat. I'm a little out of flat there. I think I worked on it a little more. I didn't put that in. Here I glued the first segment ring on. I did my best to center it, but I didn't do a great job, as you can see. And sorry about my head. My head gets in the way here because I'm trying to see inside. And I didn't really check exactly where that camera was. I thought it was over far enough that I wouldn't get in the way. But I was wrong. It's taking a little bit to shape this bottom ring as I want to have it come down and have a sharp angle coming off at the base. I didn't want to go in there and round it off too much. So I'm using my skew and the square carbide. As you can see, that ring is not centered all that great, and I have to get it rounded off first. Get that oval out of it. Without digging into the base too much, because I'm working on it. That's why it took a little bit. I'm trying to get that corner fairly sharp in the bottom there without leaving any marks. Again, my head gets in the way as I'm doing a little more hollowing there, smoothing out that bottom edge into the base. And I sand each piece as I go here, and it saves time. And this is going to be a small box, and I didn't really know how much room I'd have to get my fingers in there for final sanding. So I don't show you all the sanding, but I did sand that right up to probably 320. And then again, I'll sand this piece once I get it shaped and on there. Checking for flat, sanding. looked at this and thought maybe perhaps I should make the base a bit smaller, but it was such a beautiful piece of cherry, I really didn't want to just cut it away and waste it, so I left it. Again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder and also in the eye of the artist. A lot of this stuff is much like artwork, and I love the look of wood. Here I glued a cherry ring into the middle and got my head in the way again so you can see what's going on. You'll see some reverse turning here shortly. But yes, I did cherry, 2 rings of Madeira, a ring of cherry in the middle, and then there'll be 2 rings of Madeira on the top. Now, this is a bit of reverse turning. You want to hollow out that edge as much as I can. I'm starting to taper back in at the top here. And that's where a lathe with reverse is very nice. You can reach into that far side and see what you're doing without trying to get your head all the way around, and, or even coming around. I can't come around to the other side of my lathe. It's just, it is on the table, but there's so much stuff on the other side of that table, you can't get in there. There we go. Now I'm just smoothing it off a bit with a reverse turn here, but as you can see, I stopped there and turned. Make sure your lathe is in reverse before you start going to your finishing. It doesn't cut so well when it's going that way. And there we reach in the sand, and like I said, that hole's going to start getting smaller as I put these top rings on. So I not only did that, but I sealed it and I shined it on the inside. I sanded that off a bit so the glue would adhere here nicely. And this is another ring of Madeira. Sorry about the light being in the way. I'm going to have to be more careful about that as I'm filming and watch what's going on in that little screen. Sadly, it's hard for me to see. I can see why some of these fellows I've seen that are set up actually have larger screens that their cameras are hooked up to so they can see what's going on, I guess. But it's not a bad idea. I just don't have that yet right now. I guess if I had a tablet, I could hook it up to the tablet so I could have the tablet sitting there so I could look at it and see what you are seeing. Here I'm just taking a little bit of a damp rag. As you can see, there's a little bit of glue in there and it wasn't quite dry, and I just wanted to clean it out a bit, because if you don't, it gets all over your bits, and then you're wiping and cleaning bits and picking glue off, which you still do anyways, but this is helpful that you don't have too much of a mess. Some reverse turning again. Now here I was trying to decide how this lid was going to fit on there. I see that little lip I have in there. I was thinking of leaving that and doing an inserted lid, but I changed my mind. Like I said, it's all up to the artist. It's my decision. Check for size. I look at the thickness of the wall there, and I figure it's a little too thick yet, so I take her down some more. Now we're at about a 1/4 inch. I'm happy with that. And I'm sealing everything up here now. I seal with my shine juice, my OB shine juice, homemade. And here is the shining part. It's all been sealed, and I'm just adding a little bit. As you can see, it's tight. It's hard to get my fingers in there, and I don't like to stick them in there too much when that lathe is spinning. I grabbed a hold of that rag and grabbed a hold of my finger. It wouldn't be a good thing. Now this here is the top of the box, and I made the top out of zebra wood. Here I'm just checking for size to make sure it's going to fit on. And it's a little bit of check, shave, shave. And that little piece, and I think I shaved a little too much there, so now it's go a little deeper. I need to go a little deeper anyway, since that's going to be the tenon for when I turn the lid around and do the topping of it. There we go. That's snug. Now I switch over to the side to round this piece up. I was sanding there. My tool rest had some marks in it, and I wanted to smooth it off. That's what happens when you're using your parting tools a lot. They tend to bite into those cast tool rests. I'd like to get a nice round bar tool rest. Here they're much nicer. I may have to make one. I don't know if you noticed earlier in the video when I was parting off the waste block. You see my narrow parting tool that I made, homemade one out of a saw blade. It works quite well. Left the carbide tip of the blade on there. It does a nice thin part. Only an 1/8 of an inch wide. So if you're building a box and you want to cut that box so the lid is part of it, you can do it without wasting very much in parting tool. My diamond parting tool is fairly thin too. It's a little wider but not much. This is the inside of the lid. It's going to fit in the box. And here I'm sanding it up and then seal it up and shine it up. There we go, we're sealing it. Here I believe I'm shining it. Watch the chatoyance on this wood. Beautiful. I flipped it around. And I'm cutting off its waste block. There's my parting tool. My homemade one. Back to the diamond to finish it off. I'm just getting rid of the extra wood quickly with the parting tool. Now I've got the round carbide to smooth things off, shape it. Here I'm drilling a little mortise, I guess you'd call it, drilling a little hole anyways, so when I do the knob for the handle that's going to go on the top of it, I leave a little dowel piece on it so I can glue it onto the top. It fits in. There's a couple of errors as I was creating this box. You'll see here in the video shortly, right after I shine this up, of course, I have to cut a knob or a handle for the top, or make one. Here's where I put shine juice on, put shine to it. The zebra wood is very porous, as you'll see when this stops. See the little pores? Beautiful wood though, very beautiful. Such funky grain. Now what happens here is I decide I'm just going to make a small knob go on the top. Well, I did do the knob, and then I was gluing it onto the lid, and I dropped it, and the knob went flying across the shop somewhere, and I couldn't find it. So the actual knob you see on the box when I'm done is the one that I made after, which I forgot to video because I was a little flustered, angry that I had lost the other one, and I made it different. As you see, this is just a small round knob. Sand it, and then I seal it, and I shine it. There it is. Sealed, putting some more OB shine juice on it, shining it up. You have to turn the lathe way up, going about 2500 to get the heat happening. And here it is finished. But as you can see, the handle is different on the top. But I do like the way this turned out. A little bit of shop glamour shots for you on this one. And here's my email address if you're interested in inquiring about making a purchase for any of my items or have any questions you'd like to ask me. My email address is on the screen, and I will also put it in the description below. I will also leave you with some glamour shots. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It all helps. And if you haven't subscribed, consider it. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. See you next time.